Okay, hi everyone, welcome back, and in this update we are going to check out GALA's price chart. And if you remember in the previous video when we were around these areas, the idea was that sure, you may have an argument for the final low being already in, but right now it's way too soon to jump into that kind of bullish conclusions. And what we want to see is a continuation of this move up in the short term, followed by a consolidation pattern and yet another move, in order for you to be able to say, you know what, maybe this is a 1 2 3 4 5 wave indicating the low is in. That's why I said you need to be right now a bit more patient. So what happened? Unfortunately, not that scenario. And from these areas, we got a move on the downside. And this is very, very important. Pay attention. As you can see, in the recent move down by like a very small margin, we definitely took this important low about, let's say, 1.62 cents. And why does this matter? You see, if you want to argue the low is in, then okay, now since in this phase down we took this low, you must argue this from here to about this high is a complete 5 wave. And here's a question: how exactly are you able to find an impulse in here? From my point of view, odds of having in here a 5 wave is so little that is going to make me say, you know what, that's just not going to be my primary case. And for my primary scenario, I actually have a decent count. I can say maybe, excuse me, let's just take this one. From this point we are having ABC down into A, ABC on the upside into wave B, followed by an A, B, C zigzag to about this point into wave C, ABC up into D, another move on the downside into our E leg, and this is a triangular structure. And then from here, yep, absolutely, we are having yet another 5 wave up. And well, these are the stop waves for, you know what I'm about to say, unfortunately, an A, B, C zigzag, which did kind of get confirmed the moment that in GALA in the last 24 hours, we took this important slow down here about 1.62 cents. So what is it that I'm trying to say? I'm trying to tell you, okay, fair enough, maybe in the short term we are going to have some sort of a bounce, but odds are, number one, that's going to be a correction structure, and number two, it's going to be a very slow and choppy move on the upside, and number three, after it's over, you should probably expect a continuation of the move down in order to take the lowest low all the way down here about 1.5 cents, meaning from the current point we can expect at least like another 7 to even 10% move on the downside. For now, this is going to remain my primary case. And by the way, here is a top tip for you. You see, these lows are way too close together, and whenever you are having something like this in the short term, some traders are going to open some long positions, and as a result, sure, maybe you are going to see a move on the upside, but after it, the price basically is going to destroy those traders and go down big time in order to take all the lows and hit their stop losses and make them cry. So let's see if this thing is going to play out. But again, overall, the general message in GALA is the same. In the short term, our move down, unfortunately, is not over. And I hope I explained everything well and you understood what is going on in GALA's charts. And until the next update, I hope you have a wonderful time. Goodbye.